this is very unique, and you shouldn't leave here without knowing that these are airplane brakes, okay? So when the air landing gear comes down, it only makes sense, how do they stop that plane? The brakes gotta be inside that little hub, and then go tuck back into the plane. That's an airplane landing brake. So we just use them on motorcycle. All right, come on, let's do it. Guys, this is my daughter. Carly's been here since she's 11 years old. This is her personal bike. Okay? She built this for Michael Licker's exhibit while I was building that one in '04. They made a bicycle called the Princess, and it was an Indian bicycle. And so you see that old badge? One of her friends gave her this badge, and so we polished it up and used it on this bike, so it got its name there, okay? But the engineers from India will call and say, hey, we'd like to do this thing, okay? And if you think Carly just got lucky and did this, you turn around, you see that sign leading into the bathroom there, and that's a Triumph that she did, and it was bought at a Tony Hawk skateboarder auction for charity by Barry Farrell, who started Lollapalooza. And so Carly was not about this, and you know, when she was 11 years old, when she was 14 years old, but now she's gotten older, now she's been able to do all these things to see the world from Mitchell, South Dakota. It's a really crusty, just old machinery building, right? And we had parts stacked all the way out to here. There wasn't a mezzanine here, there wasn't a mezzanine out there.
Can you give me 22 catalogs,
which is now our
Harley and idle mounts and
so we didn't need a dyno anymore, so we went ahead and my goal was to build a kitchen up there where my office used to be, because I really think that these guys work with the tails off.
Thank you.
Sometimes you're here more than you are with your own family, so you should have a nice place to sit down and eat. Okay? And so we created that. We built that metal mezzanine over there, and my goal was to put 3 offices up there that are for marketing. Okay? Well, next thing you know, I looked across the way and I'm like, oh man. And my wife, who was in this office right over here in the corner, said, please don't outrun the checkbook. She goes, I know what you're thinking. She goes, you want to do this over there. Because look at all the spaces. It was this big, open, empty building. Okay? We spray foamed the whole thing. We painted it all white. And she goes, if you do that over there, what are you going to do? I said, I'm going to build a catwalk right back there. It'll be like a fort for big kids. Okay? So if we move Carl's motorcycle here, you can be heard down the fire pole. Make sense? Anybody? Anybody? Yeah. Okay, let's go upstairs. Yeah. So that black and cream colored bike right there is the first bike we ever did for Jack Daniels. Indian Motorcycle thought maybe we'd sell 40 or 50 of those, but we were celebrating 150 years of Jack Daniels. So Dave Stang walked into the president's, walked into a little house, right, with a big barrel table, and the president of India was standing there and said, listen, here's the deal. I'll kiss your ass in the window of the Macy's Day Thanksgiving Parade if we can't sell 150 motorcycles. Did I make myself clear? And I thought, whoa, I had no idea it was going to be that kind of meeting, right? And he goes, yes, sir. He goes, all right, deal. So he stood up, shook hands, that was it. We walked out, and one of the guys goes, good luck. Patted me on the back, and I go, what do you mean? He goes, you have to use factory authorized Indian parts. I'm like, we've only been in business for 2 years, since 2014 when Polaris bought Indian and brought them back. So we had a black gas cap or a chrome one, that was it, right? So you'll see on there the chrome blinkers in the front, black ones in the rear. I ordered that stuff, and the engineer said, you can't do that. I said, am I building this bike or are you building this bike? That's what I want to do. And the idea was all that black stuff, the black dash, black taillight, just kind of cut the top off, right? So we ended up having a cool Jeep. It sold 150 motorcycles in 8 hours. Never before done in motorcycle history, right? The next year we thought, nobody's going to kick. Hey, you're interrupting my game.
I said we're not going to start them in here.
Oh, nice. So opening the door is not a distraction for me?
I'm sorry.
I don't think you are.
My apologies, everyone.
So nobody's going to care about year 151, right? So we'll only build 100 of those bikes. Those bikes sold out in 10 minutes. So all the way to that gold bike again, you'll notice there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 motorcycles, right? Jack Daniels is old number 7. We decided early on that we were only going to build 7 bikes and we'll quit it. So now people are after these bikes, they're trying to find them. Because there's 100 of those, 177 of those, 177 of those, 107, 107, and 177. We went to 107, we're thinking, well, it's COVID. Nobody's gonna want these things, right? That gold bike sold out in 45 seconds. And that means there's only 107 in the whole world. So dealers were pissed, they couldn't get them. People, so now they're trying to find them. So if somebody lets one go, people are after it, right? Jack Daniels was so good to me that the first year they brought me out to the racetrack after we sold all those. A week later, and they said, Brian, everybody's excited because here's the 2 bikes, number 1, number 2. 150 bikes in 8 hours, never before done in history. We maybe fibbed. And a guy started a bike up and rode it right from me to him, pulled up on that bike and he goes, that's number 150 of 150, and it's yours. You can take it home right now. I stood there and cried. Why does a company that's as big as Jack Daniels, the number 1 whiskey in the world, have to believe in me? They don't, right? Sometimes that's all it takes is somebody to believe in you. So we did that. The next year I really loved that black and white bike and I wanted one so bad and I was so bummed out I didn't buy it. My wife was sitting over there in that corner, tricked me, come to Sturgis. I get up there and there, Jack Daniels, the Indian president, and Jack Daniels, marketing guy, Dave Stang, they're talking back and forth. Man, we had a great year this year. We teamed up with Montana Social Smith, the guys that make all the NFR belt buckles. And man, they did the badge on it. What a banner year. And we sold 100 bikes in 10 minutes. We thought it was good. And they go, we're getting somebody. We're getting Brian Klock. And they look down, they're like, oh man, Brian, we can't sell you that one because all the number 7 bikes go to Jack Daniels. Steve Minetto, the president of Indian at the time, goes, you know what? I got an idea, Dave. Brian, would you accept number 1? I'm like, no way. I'm in tears again. He's like, we'd like to give you number 1. So if you look down, you see on that dash, it says number 1 of 100. Okay? Every year after that, they said, do you want number 1 or do you want the last one? I said, we should sell number 1 for charity. We've raised over $3 million with these bikes for the YMCA Operation Ride Homes to bring the troops home for the holidays. And they gave me the last one. So I own a complete collection of them. From every South Dakota. Right? So don't ever let anybody tell you you can't do it. This was my vision, was to create this monster of a fort. And my beautiful wife back there really holds the reins on things, right? If it wasn't for her and her accounting abilities and the fact that she's really good at math and she's really good at all that stuff, we'd be broke. Because I'd have spent all the money on worse things. And that's why we have this, and we've got an engineering group over there. You see that big window? It's not because I want Josh to live in a fishbowl, but because that was the last window that was good in Chef Louis when we tore down the steakhouse. So one day it's going to say Chef Louis Steakhouse in Mitchell, South Dakota, in gold on the bottom of that door, just so we remember it, because that was a big deal. People used to go to Chef Louis and then come to Klock Werks, right? It's fun. So all of this stuff has a story behind it. The fire pole, Todd, who sits in the engineering office with Josh, said, what happens if there's a fire? I said, well, it's no different than a motel. You just go to the other side, right? You got to go down the hallway or you got to go wherever, or you can jump. It's 10 feet. I thought, well, but if you freaked out about it, I'm going to go to the fire pole. That'll make it fun for everybody, right? So you're going to get on that fire pole and you're going to think that's a long ways down, and it's it's not 2 lengths of you, right? You gotta use those feet.
Oh yeah. Thumbs up. Oh yeah, Ryan.
Can I do it? Sure.
Just jump, Dylan.
Just jump. Do it.
You got it, Dylan.
Come on, Bodie! Go, Bodie! Go, Bodie! Come on. All right, Brandon.
Let's get it.
Come on, Pablo. Pablo, come on. Come on, Max.
try going back up again.
What the? What's driver license?
Come on.
It's okay, Marcus.
Everyone else does it.
Okay, so your feet basically are going to take it. You got your knees straight here.
You squeeze your knees. You squeeze your knees.
This feels
The peer pressure is not a huge deal.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Good job, buddy. All right. Okay, here's the life lesson, okay? At some point, somebody probably took these other two guys somewhere and freaked them out or held them off for that kid when they were a little kid, right? And it causes a fear, okay? So every grown man is a scared little boy. Don't forget that, okay? Because once you overcome that fear of how can I get there and how am I ever going to get there, it makes a difference. Now I'm going to bring Ian back up here because he started this thing and I'm going to point out a scared little boy. Come on. Okay, Ian is born and raised Huntington Beach, California. How in the hell did he end up in South Dakota, right? He saw my team operate in Indian Orange County and said, wow, this is awesome. You guys are just incredible how you work together, how you do all these things together. I want to be a part of that team. So I posted on Instagram that I was looking for a guy. Okay? And he goes, what about me? I'm like, well, you'd have to move to South Dakota. He said, I think I'm okay with that. He didn't say I'm okay with that. He said, I think I'm okay with that. I said, okay, well, let's do this. Sunday night, you and your wife call because if your wife's not okay with it, we'll really get into trouble. Right? Let's get on the same page, okay? As we started talking about it, she said, my fear is how are we going to move our stuff from here to there? And I said, I got you covered. I'm going to get in a truck with one of my guys and we're going to come get you. She goes, you can't do that, you're Brian Klock. I said, I'm the best driver we got. I'm coming to get you. She started crying. Because you have this fear of how could I get my family out of an apartment that really was not bigger than that hallway in that room, okay? And there's drug use needles in the parking lot that your 5-year-old kid can pick up. Not the greatest situation, okay? We get here, Ian had bought a house, sight unseen. Gets out of the car, has 2 little dogs go running into the yard. They're stoked. The kids go running into the yard. There's a playground. There's a swing set. All this stuff already built in to your house. A fence in the yard. So you went from living in an apartment like that to now having your own house. And it wasn't that you weren't scared.
No, we were terrified.
Okay. So we can sit here, we can, make chicken sounds and whatever as these guys are doing that. It's okay. We don't want to do it, right? It's what you learn. When you unlearn that and you learn that we can be in community and I can go up there and say, I got you, watch, okay? Hold on tight here, you're not going anywhere. You can stop yourself, right? And it's freaky. But now that you did it, you can probably do it again in a second. Because you're like, you just overcame that fear in 10 seconds, okay? So once again, let's give yourselves all around of applause. When you do, if that lady looks out of that office, then wave. If she doesn't, then I want you to all go out there, walk in the office, say hi. We're here from, City? Where are you from? Douglas. Okay, so just go tell her where you're from and introduce yourself to my wife and just totally embarrass her, okay? She's in there. Go. Everybody go. And ask her about her cool skateboard, just about her whole office. She'll hate you for the rest of the day. That a girl.
I see her at her desk now. I see her head up there.
Did you get that wave on camera?
Yeah.
So I know we got to get you guys back on the road so you can get some waters down, but I want you to check out over here. Danny's over there against the wall, that's our female tech, she's the lead of this department. So she makes the orders, she does all of the invoicing and also tells us what we need to do. So that way we know if we're trying to build something, how we stay on track, okay? So when we go over here, she becomes the quarterback of the team. Does that make sense? We just go for it, okay? Any questions I can answer, you can walk back here if you want, check out the metal room, that's where we're cutting and doing things. That glass door right there is a new addition you'll see on the outside of the building, and that will be a studio where we can go and film YouTube things, all of our stuff, because unfortunately you kids don't read magazines anymore, you look at your phones. And so we got to do that, we got to be hip and cool, and Sheldon does all that editing, so this whole thing that you're watching right now will become video at his hands, and then he'll try to tag you guys in, okay? Ian is behind you, he has a notebook. That notebook is going to be in the conference room. Write down your Instagram, okay? If you have Instagram, if you don't, that's fine. But just write your name, write your Instagram handle down. Try to do it legibly so we can tag you, okay? We believe in social media. I personally believe a lot in Instagram. I think there's a lot of good stuff there, okay? If you've never heard of a guy named Ed Mylett, look that up in the bus. Ed, E-D-M-Y-L-E-T-T. I can guarantee you it changed this kid's life right here. He does incredible stuff, writes incredible books, and I've watched his social media go from being a screw you on the thug guy to he's helping his team get bigger and better, okay? And he's promoting how to be positive, okay? So just take away that community thing. So when you're in that bus today, when you're in the trip, when teachers ask you to do something, how could you help, okay? You will gain 50 times more if you help others than just help yourself. Fair enough? Okay. Any questions? Anybody? Nobody's got questions?
Well, thanks, Brian. We got the president of Tech Club. If you want to say anything on your, I don't know. Hate that one saying it.
Okay.
But these guys did a lot this year. They went first place at the trebuchet competition downtown Rapid City.
Nice.
And last year we went second at WDT. You know, curious
Awesome.
here. What else did we do?
Awesome.
Well, that's pretty much it.
Well, if you guys ever need anything, I believe I have business cards on my desk.
Yeah.
Maybe. I think so. See if you can find some, Jeff. And I'll give you my business card. On my business card is my cell phone number. I'm not afraid to give my cell phone number to the world. If you're really in trouble at 2 in the morning, call me. If you're not, text me sometime and I'll help you with answers on however I can get you across to the next one. Okay? Fair enough? That makes sense? Any other questions? Anybody, anything? Yeah, go ahead.
Do you have to wear Dixon flannel?
No, you don't.
It's a
I just have
requirement.
Complete collection. And if you're wondering, us guys, the three of us, we got the memo. Okay, because what's today? Blues Day Tuesday.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So next time you get to Tuesday, go for the blue shirt. It works. So grab all the catalogs in there. You've got stickers for you and a new calendar. Our calendar has a contest on it. It's a coloring contest. Okay. Every month, if you submit your coloring to us, you get a chance to win a Klock Werks gift card. Good, you can use it for phone mounts, t-shirts, hats, whatever. Okay. There's those cards. Thank you guys for coming. Sorry we're so impromptu and things are all over the place, but I know it's a lot to take in. So if you see something you have questions on, let me know. Okay.
She's like,
Thank you. Good. Well,
Everybody got one?
yeah, and my wife was so smart that she used that QR code on there. Take a picture of that with your phone. Because it only pull up my contact information, you can save your phone. She's much smarter than you, Brian.
Everybody got one?
This is, I believe 56. Right? I don't know that though. I don't know that. If you're smarter than me at it, you can look at
I
it.
guessed 55.
Okay, it would be 53 to 56.
Yeah.
Is this era, right? I just sold this truck to a friend of mine in Dickinson, North Dakota this weekend. He will take it up there. All of this crap will come off. These girls, all branded Jack Daniels, will have the old number 7 dot right here, and you'll see the strippers next year.
That would be awesome.
All right.
Just do it.
We got time. We got nothing but time on your hands.
Yeah.
And you got friends that'll
Is
help
that
you.
giving lots of advice?
You're the motorcycle guy. How about that?
He's just on the
I am
floor,
not a
right?
motorcycle guy.
Okay, perfect.
I can work on them.
My dad used to have
Kind of. I probably will be if I learn about
If
them.
it was an 01,
Yeah, me too.
Dino White
I just don't know much
and
about
it
them.
had the white teal, the
Nice.
I have a Dino White glide.
Are you screwing around?
Yeah, I am. Screwing around with a screwdriver.
You're doing good, bud. Appreciates you.
Appreciate you.
And so Ian will have a bag, with the catalogs and calendars. Nice to meet you guys.
That's Aspen.
My dog.
Bail it off.
I'm just saying, Braxton.
So the cool thing about the last one, which is this year's bike, is there's actually Jack Daniels in the paint.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
Only on that bobber over there, that last one.
That last one?
Yep.
That's awesome.
Did it change the paint at all doing that?
It just was.
It's like a shot, so it was about as much as I could do without messing it up.
Okay.
But
Can I take the dog?
I'm getting on the bike, take pictures if anybody else wants to
Good
get
job.
up there.
Oh, it's not.
hate when that happens.
Floating all the way down.
Cody, come on over here. Some of you guys come on down front. I got some room over here. Come on over here. There you go. Come on.
It's not that hard.